Right, gang, I just want to let you know about my new favourite social media app. It's called Stereo, and it lets you have real conversations in real time with real people, notably yours truly. There is a Discover page where you can find live or recorded shows by category, hashtag, or username. It's a fantastic way for me to interact with the audience or for you to interact with your favourite content creators. I'm doing a show on the app on February the 8th, that's Monday, February the 8th at 8 p.m. So to join in the conversation, download the Stereo app by clicking the link in the description box below and following your boy. I hope to see you there.
This is for the ones who care.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is hughwizzy and you're watching Paper Talk. We are back again to go through the latest breaking news for NS and see exactly what's making the headlines in the back pages of the most fraudulent publications available to man. We buy them so that you don't have to. Love to your mothers. 4 papers to go through today, including the Times, the Mail, the Star and the Mirror. And we're going to start on the back of the Daily Star today, who at the top have this story about Jose Mourinho and how it is really all going so very wrong. 3 defeats on the bounce now. The first time in his managerial career that he has lost 2 in a row at home. That is quite a sensational record in itself, which was bound to go eventually. But things, and the goals especially, have dried up for Spurs since Harry Kane's injury. They face West Brom this weekend. Jose reluctant, it says here, to call upon summer loan signing Gareth Bale in a bid to solve the crisis. You have to wonder about Gareth Bale. They have spent an awful lot of money and they haven't really got much out of him. But the main story, bosses loving on the rocks. Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola are notorious, I think, for having quite a good relationship publicly, at least a respectful one. Although, of course, the press keen to turn that into some kind of tiff. And fuming Pep Guardiola has hit back at Jurgen Klopp and accused his title rival of spreading fake news. Now, this is specifically relating to Jurgen Klopp, who claimed that Guardiola had benefited, or that City had benefited, from a 2-week break after their game at Everton was called off in December. Now, what we're going to do is a little bit of fact-checking here, just to make sure that we've got all the bases covered before we spread more fake news. Just on the maths, and it's not looking good for Jurgen Klopp. Overall games played since December the 1st. Liverpool have played 16. Manchester City have actually played 19. So the excuse isn't going to wash. And fixture congestion has actually been more of a problem for Manchester City than it has for Liverpool. What it actually says here is, instead of a break, Manchester City actually lost 5 players to COVID-19 and were forced to travel to Chelsea just 5 days later with only 14 players available. It's going to be a big game. It is tomorrow at 4:30. We will be covering that one, Liverpool against Manchester City. What are your predictions? Is this going to decide the title itself? Manchester City perfectly placed after a fantastic run. Liverpool season potentially on the rocks. This could, though, a win here could turn it around. In the back of the Daily Mirror, we have got the exact same story. An angry Pep Guardiola has hit back at Jurgen Klopp for claiming
Good evening. Good evening.
Wait. Whoa.
Good evening. Good evening.
Shut out, you know. In the back of the Daily Express, we've got Pep Guardiola telling Jurgen Klopp to get his facts straight. Pep has a pop at Klopp, says Gideon Brooks. It's all getting a bit passive-aggressive, but you can expect nothing less with the pressure that is going to be on both sides going into tomorrow's fixture. The back of the Daily Mirror, I mean, no surprises. It's once again the tiff between Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. Pep hits back at Jurgen claim. Let's go through some of the rumours that are doing the rounds and kick things off with Erling Haaland, who is of course going to be one of the most sought after players this summer, let alone next summer when his buyout clause is activated, and very affordable. Manchester City, say the Daily Star, are apparently keen on bringing him in. Of course they are well known to need a new striker with Sergio Aguero on his way out, and they believe, again, the Daily Star, say that they believe that winning the Premier League this season will ensure that they beat Chelsea to the signing of Dortmund's Norwegian striker. Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been suggesting that Paul Pogba could sign a new contract. His current deal expires in the summer of next year, 2022. And Mino Raiola, his agent, has previously suggested that he should leave the club, especially with the way that he was being treated. But he is, of course, in the finest form that we've seen him in, perhaps, since he returned to the club 5 years ago. Good performances against Fulham and Burnley have also meant that he's won the club's Player of the Month award. And the club will be super keen to tie him down to a contract. But many fans have also kind of resigned themselves to the fact that he is going to leave. Let me know your thoughts on Poggy's future. Okay, little piece here in Spanish paper Marca, who say Messi holds the key to Mbappe. So much depends on his choice. It's amazing that despite the amount of debt, the incredible amount of money that Barcelona owe, they are considering signing Kylian Mbappe. This, of course, comes as Lionel Messi does look set to leave Barcelona, and they are planning for life after the Argentine. Plenty of things could happen here. A domino effect is essentially what we're talking about. Kylian, whose contract runs out in the summer of 2022, is also potentially going to be leaving PSG, because if they wanted to sign Messi, they wouldn't be able to keep Neymar and Mbappe as well. So the talk of the town is that Mohamed Salah could well leave Liverpool to make way for Kylian Mbappe. We could also see Messi going to Manchester City and therefore Sergio Aguero available on a free transfer. Perhaps it would be slightly harder for Barcelona to sign the Argentine without Messi, but that's still something that they would probably be interested in doing. And Real Madrid will be watching closely as well, because if Barcelona are to lose Lionel Messi and they can sign Kylian Mbappe, it's a double blow to Barca.
I really love the app. Let's just have a look at it. As you can see, you get two people having a conversation, and then these buttons down here mean you can clap to say that you like something. You can share the app on the right here, and in the middle you can hold it down and record a voice note for the two people who are talking. It's actually awesome and very, very fun for interacting with your audience and for you to get, questions into your favorite content creators. If you don't like the conversation that you're currently looking at, you can swipe and just move on to the next one. And you can also, of course, search by hashtag or by username, and you can see all the upcoming shows that are scheduled. You can see that there are some really famous or well-known content creators on there. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. I'm really enjoying using the app, and I hope to see you on there. Make sure you follow me on the Stereo app. The links are in the description box below. My new favourite social media app. Hopefully we can have some great debate, conversation, Q&As, and maybe even some collaborations with other YouTubers along the way. Stereo app. Check it out in the links in the description box below.
Thoughts on the whole Dele Alli saga at Spurs?
Dele Alli. Did you watch that documentary, the Spurs one?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah. I thought
Did you? What did you think about the way that Mourinho treated him? Talked to him.
I thought it was deserved, and he needed that. I think it was, Dele Alli. I think it was his last chance, and Mourinho meant well. Every player needs to be managed differently, and I personally thought that would work, because when he treated him like that, I think Dele Alli went on a 4 or 5 game run of scoring in every game. So it was.
Do you still think he's got a future for England?
No, mate. No.
No.
Well, I don't think he should have been in England in the first place. I was never a massive fan of him. I think he's overrated.
Liverpool have completed the signing of 16-year-old Cade Gordon from Derby County, the 4th youngest player to ever play for the Rams. He is reportedly one of the brightest young talents in English football, and joins for an undisclosed fee, which is believed to be about £1 to £3 million, potentially with add-ons. One to watch The Guardian reporting that Chelsea are trying to hijack Real Madrid's move for David Alaba, who will of course be leaving Bayern Munich this summer on a free transfer. Thomas Tuchel making plans to reinforce Chelsea's defence this summer. And German outfit Builder continue the Tuchel theme of wanting to reinforce that defence and say he has plenty of Bundesliga defenders on his shopping list, including Niklas Süle from Bayern Munich, of course, David Alaba, as we just talked about, but the dream player, David Upamecano, the 22-year-old from Leipzig. It says here that Thomas Tuchel definitely wants one of the trio. Some interesting news regarding Arsenal now. Martin Odegaard, who of course has made a short-term loan move to Arsenal, and his future being talked about in Eurosport. Now, it's believed that Odegaard wouldn't be that keen on going back to Real Madrid if Zinedine Zidane does remain in charge. But, of course, Real Madrid are in awful form now, 10 points shy of leaders Atleti, and have just also lost in the Copa del Rey to Alcoyano, who plenty of people won't have heard of. So Zidane is under a lot of pressure and may not be there next season. I think a trophyless season would probably see him leaving, and as a result, the new manager could well fancy a bit of Martin Odegaard in his life. However, fantastic opportunity for Arsenal to take advantage if Zidane does remain in charge, because it doesn't look like the player would that be keen on working with the manager again. A lot of the youth have fallen out of favour and fallen out of love, I think, with Zidane as well. Remember Hakimi moving back to Inter Milan because he couldn't get enough game time, and I think that is a common theme. Okay, you're looking at Ajax and Cameroonian goalkeeper Andre Onana, who's been banned from football for a year for a doping violation after failing an out-of-competition drugs test in October when the banned substance furosemide was found in his urine sample. Now, Onana has actually come out with a statement. Here is that statement. Let's just have a little look at it. Hello, everyone. I wanted to inform you that the UEFA appeals body has imposed a 12-month ban on me with immediate effect for testing positive in an anti-doping control. Now, he's saying, I just want to clarify that everything was the result of a human mistake. I mistook the medicine containing a substance banned for a simple aspirin. So he thought he was taking an aspirin. The medicine was prescribed to his girlfriend, and I mistakenly took it for an aspirin because the packaging was almost identical. Amazing scenes of suspicious fraudulence. I have to explain to people, if they don't know, that what's been found in his urine sample is a banned substance called furosemide. Furosemide is a diuretic, and diuretics, although they're not considered doping agents in themselves, are actually used to cause extensive dilution of the urine so that you can mask other banned products, which makes it even more difficult to detect. It's suspy, to say the least, but we have to take his word for it. However, he has been banned from football for a month. He will be appealing, though, so we'll keep you up to date with exactly how that one goes. The Daily Telegraph talking about Jose Mourinho being under pressure at Tottenham, and there has indeed been a massive slump. They've lost 3 successive games in the league for the first time since 2012, and without Harry Kane, they look out of sorts. The game against West Bromwich Albion will, without question, be a must-win for Jose. The Daily Mail is saying that patience is running thin over Gareth Bale at Tottenham Hotspur, $250,000 a week, and his application is being questioned. Is he really up for making the difference, and can he be called upon in moments where they need a star man or that magic moment? And really, it is interesting that he did leave him out for the whole of the game against Chelsea, despite the fact that they did need a goal. And this poor run of form has seen them win just 2 in 10 Premier League games. Pressure really is on. But if I can recommend one piece today, it would be this one in The Guardian on Granit Xhaka, a fantastic interview where he talks about his family history, the attacks on social media, provocative pundits, his resurgence, and the talk with Mikel Arteta that changed everything. He has, it's fair to say, been through the wars, quite literally. Just want to say a massive shout out to the guys at Stereo, my favourite social media app.
thank you so much for sponsoring this video. You are absolute heroes. Please do check them out in the links in the description box below and join me on the app where we can have fast, free-flowing conversations. Much love to everyone for tuning in. If you could smash the hell out of the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, that'd be massively appreciated. But for now, my name's been hughwizzy and this has been a lot of fun. Peace.